knife that I just got in the mail. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting one for a long time, and I found one of these for sale on a forum, and the price was right. It was much cheaper than retail, so I was happy about that. And I had saved up some cash and was able to get it. And unboxing it, I was thoroughly impressed, and I want to show you what this thing is. So this is the LT Wright knives Forest Trail. Now there's a lot of videos out on YouTube showing the Forest Trail in use, and we're definitely going to get out in the field and try to use this thing a lot more this year. But I wanted to show you initially what I got in the mail and what I'm thinking about it as I'm handling it, and just kind of give you some overall specs. So this is kind of an introduction to the knife for you. So the first thing notice is a really nice heavy-duty Kydex sheath with a leather backer on it and a nice sizable belt loop. It looks like you could actually take this screw out if you wanted to open up that belt loop even more. So if you had like a 2-inch belt, you'd probably be able to wear it on there. If not, you could go down to a normal pant size belt, like a 1-inch, pretty easily. Has a fire steel loop. Does not come with a fire steel. This is a Light My Fire Army size fire steel. Now it's been used quite a bit. As you can see, it's not its full shape anymore, but it does fit the loop pretty easily. So anything that size or a little bit narrower in diameter is going to work with this belt loop or with this fire steel loop. Of course, on this Kydex sheath, this is I think a standard feature on other Kydex sheaths I've seen by LT Wright. It has this locking button. So if you want to lock up the knife so it doesn't come out of the sheath at all, see that? You just push this button down and move it down. And then if you want to loosen it up, you push it back down to the beginning position, and now it'll come out. Now this is where the fun begins. Look at that. Beautiful knife. Beautiful profile. That shape is really awesome. What I liked about this knife when I first saw it is that it was so much bigger than traditional bushcraft knives. This is a 5-inch blade with a 5/32 spine on it. So it's a little bit beefier than most standard bushcraft knives, which were usually in the 4-inch range. I wanted something a little bit bigger, but not too huge. And I wanted it because I baton my knives. I do, you know, I'm not gentle with them by any means, so I wanted something that's a little bit beefier, had a little bit more reach to it, and I wanted it to be a Scandi, and that gets harder to find as a 5-inch Scandi, and this is it. And then also I really liked the profile of the handle, and right off the bat, as soon as you pick this thing up and start holding it, you can tell how comfortable this handle is going to be in the field. Kind of a modified Coke bottle design to it. It has a nice pommel that comes out and gets underneath your pinky, so you're not really going to have any kind of slippage. And then of course, the way this comes down, you know, just the whole thing just makes a really nice nice area for your hand to grab, and there's not going to be any movement while using it. Of course, with LT Wright knives, the spine is sharpened. Now this knife is used, so there's a little bit of use to it, but it still looks almost brand new. And that Scandi is sharp. All LT Wright knives I've ever handled, and I've handled a few, have come from the factory, razor sharp, especially their Scandis. I mean, all of them are. Don't get me wrong; they're all the ones I've handled have been super sharp, and their Scandis are really nice. They do a nice job with the Scandi grind, and this is no different. Micarta handle, really nice fit and finish. Heavy duty. This is a knife that When I first saw it, I thought if I was ever to go on the Alone show and I had to select a knife, there's probably two knives I would select. The first one would be my Tracker, just because I'm used to that knife and I think it has a lot of features, and it's a knife that can do a lot of different things in the field that a lot of people don't think it can do, but it can do very well. For a more traditional knife, I would pick this one, just because of the size. Because I think a bigger blade is better on that show for all the shelter building and the hunting and the foraging and all that stuff that they do. It's a much rougher conditions. It's not like you can get away with a small blade, even though some of the guys have in the past. I think this suits those conditions more, the more severe conditions, and I think this is definitely a heavy duty knife that is going to last, is not going to break. You're not going to worry about it in the field, and that's why I got it. And so far, handling it, I'm loving it. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get back out in the field here soon with this knife and give it a proper introduction and beat it through some logs and do some shaving, start a fire with it, whatever. But I'm hoping and praying that this knee heals up quickly and I can get back out in the field and actually start shooting more videos. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time on The Prepared Wanderer.